I know you mentioned you want to do 50 open houses this year,
Yeah.
but is there anything else on your list of things that you want to get accomplished within the next 12 months?
This year, I want to prove to myself that last year wasn't a fluke, that I can keep it going, because it is a scary business, and not getting into the whole everything that's going on, but with everything going on in the news and everything, I want to prove to myself that I can keep going even, in a tougher time. And so that's going to be my big thing, is just focusing on continuing my business model that I did last year, doubling down on stuff. Like I said, the open houses, doubled down on trying to host some events. And last year I did the one event, and this year I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 events. And besides that, just keep learning, keep doing the classes. I'm doing lots of social media classes right now, doing the Glover training right now. And so just doing all that so that I can pick out bits and pieces that I can use.
What is, maybe someone's watching this or listening to this and they're like, well, I don't have 50 open house opportunities. How are you creating those, and where are you looking to get those?
There's only a couple people at our office that likes doing open houses, so I don't care if it's been on the market for a month. I'll still do an open house. I'll do a Friday night open house. Those seem to be doing really great lately. I actually had another agent from a different brokerage reach out to me and ask me if I would do an open house for him, and I let him know, hey, I want to hit 50 this year. You're a big agent. I'm sure you hate open houses at this point. I'll do them for you. Let me know. So if I don't have them in office, I'm going to be looking out of office.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I learned very early on. One of the guys that I followed early in my career, and again, I did open houses back then just because, I was new and, someone walked through the door, right? But Joshua Smith, he's got a great YouTube following. He's out of Arizona, I think. GSD Mode is the name of his channel. But he's one that, he built his business and his team off of open houses. And so if you're listening to this and you're like, man, I don't have money for leads, and I don't have, I can't, or I don't want to door knock, or I don't have money for mailers, or whatever the case may be, open houses are free, right? Yep. And all you have to do, and this is the takeaway I had from Joshua Smith, he's like, I prospected real estate agents like I prospected for clients. And he would call not just agents in his office, but agents in his marketplace, and just do what you did. Hey, I'm available. Like, I love them. Let me do them. They're free. I'll do them, Tuesdays and Thursdays if you want. That's the other thing. You don't have to do open houses just on Saturdays and Sundays.
Exactly.
You can do it a Wednesday night. You could do a Friday night.
Yep. The weekday ones are actually doing really well.
Actually, I'm gonna show you this. You might need to steal this sign for a vacant
okay. I love it.
So
I do need that.
So I used to on vacant homes, I would put this right next to the for sale sign.
That's awesome. I love it.
Because every day.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's hilarious.
Stephanie, what's something that you're looking to accomplish within the next 5 years?
So I'd like to start getting into the investment side also. My husband and I were both in our mid 40s ish. And, so we're looking down the road at retirement. And so I really want to start getting into the investment side also, so that I'm trying to help set us up for the future.
You guys personally buying investments or working more with investors?
Well, I would love to work with more investors, but we want to get into investing. So get into some rental properties.
I was just going to ask you, what excites you? Buying holds to long-term rentals, Airbnbs, buying flips?
I think I would like to try long-term rental, but then also I wouldn't mind checking out the Airbnb also.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you're close to a great spot here in Central Ohio. So
I know. I'm just right down the street from Hocking Hills with everybody else.
What's something that you think you're gonna have to add into maybe your business or in this situation, maybe your life to be able to accomplish that goal?
Right now we are just trying to pay off some stuff and put money aside because, I want to try to pay as much of it up front as I can because I know that it'll help with taking out the loan or whatever we need for it. So that's kind of where this year is. This year is just focusing on how much can we save, how much can we pay off, and to get us set up for next year, which is when we want to start with the investments.
Yeah, I found myself that real estate investing is kind of like based off of your personality on how you kind of view things. Like I'm more of a
Hmm.
laid back and relaxed person, so you would think like
Yeah.
I would long term buy and hold, but those don't really excite me that much.
Yeah.
So like I'm more into like I love to flip. I love flipping homes. I don't do a ton of them.
Yeah.
And last year we ended up buying 2 long-term rentals and an Airbnb. So that's been an interesting journey with all three of those. So
Which one
I'm
do you like better? The Airbnb?
well, see, what's crazy though is the one long-term rental is in an area that's appreciating so fast. So like that's
Oh, nice.
kind of more exciting. Like to me, an extra $200-300 a month doesn't really
Oh,
excite
yeah.
me. So that's just one extra client, right? Like I
Yeah.
go. So, but the Airbnb has been a little bit more frustrating. It's down in Texas in the winter months.
Oh,
That hasn't been as nice, covering mortgage payments and all of those things.
yeah.
But I think when it all shakes out, I think you need a blend of all of them, in my
Yeah.
opinion. To kind of round out that portfolio, so to speak.
Oh,
But
yeah.
my all-time favorite is to flip a house.
I
I
talked
would
with
I could
Tom.
do
I
that.
told him I want to do that. And he was like, no, I'm not a handy person. So he was like, you're going to have to contract everything out. Like, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. Stephanie, what's a legacy goal for you?
I would love to work with agents and get into, I don't want to say so much coaching. I like mentoring. So that's going to be one of my big things that I would like to progress on as the longer I do this. I think it kind of goes back to my coaching days, and I loved coaching kids and just helping people in general. Um, so that's where I think down the line I really want to focus on. I'm not a team person. I like focusing on my business, but I love helping people as well. So
That's interesting because you grew up coaching kids,
yeah.
right? And being
Yeah.
in team environments, but it's not for you, huh?
No, I started on a team briefly, and it was a little bit more of focusing on their business, which I know I was training and I know, but
Mhm.
I was so focused on getting my stuff going that it was kind of hard. So I figured the best thing was just go solo and focus on mine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I think there's agents out there that, absolutely need to be on a team. And I think there's agents
Hmm.
out there that can obviously be a self starter, right? But I do believe that the majority of brand new agents, the high majority of brand new agents should start on a team for at least 6 months to 12
Oh
months.
yeah.
And just to get their start of their career going.